first laying out the coffered ceiling, I'm going to be using regular painter's tape. I'm going to measure from the wall to my first runner, I guess you can call it. And I'm just going to lay painter's tape for the entire grid to be able to see how the whole thing lays out and make sure it's what I want. And then I can go back with 2x4s and I can start framing out the coffered ceiling. Finished the layout for the coffered ceiling. The painter's tape really gives me the feel what the room's going to be like once I have the coffered ceiling in. So once I already know that my dimensions are right, the next step's going to be putting in 2x4s on the ceiling and start getting the wiring in for the recessed lights. So we have the painter's tape up on the ceiling, and that's going to map out where we're going to put our coffered ceiling. The next step is to actually take down the painter's tape and then replace it with a chalk line. Now what I'm going to do, here I got a mock-up of the ceiling. Here's the floor joists. You know, they're actually supposed to be 2x10, but close enough. This piece of plywood, 1/2 inch, is supposed to be the drywall. And then right down the center I'm going to have a 2x4. Now this is where I put the painter's tape. Painter's tape is going to mark where I need to put these 2x4s. Then after that, I'm going to be building the coffered ceiling off of that. So it's going to be made up of either a 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch piece of plywood on either side. Then I'm going to cover the bottom with either a 3/4 or 1/2 inch piece of plywood as well. Then I'm going to build up the trim work, the crown molding, all the way around. So as you can see, there's only a few pieces, and I'm going to have to work my way around the room. But that's what we're going to be doing next. Okay, as you can see, we installed a gas fireplace in the room, and in the meantime I built up more of a platform for the fireplace. That's raised up 6 inches, so I can put down a 5 1/4 inch base molding, and then it leaves 3/4 of an inch to build out the hearth. It's probably going to be about 12 inches, and you can tell I got the structure for the entire mantle that's going to go all the way up to the ceiling. And the hearth will wrap around and come in contact with the structure I got here. So what's left is, well, I had the plumber run the gas main yesterday, which worked out pretty good. Now I need to do the front of the mantle that's going to go all the way up to the ceiling. So before I do that, I am going to put in the flue. So we're going to cut a hole through this wall and punch it right out to the outside. All right, let's get started. So it's a new day, and the next step is going to be putting up the coffered ceiling. Now, when I thought about it, I decided that the boards that I was going to have here are going to be 3/4 inch. Now, on this model, I'm using plywood, but when I was thinking about it, it would save me some time and some effort if I went ahead and just bought a regular 1x4. So a 1x4 that's already sanded on one side, that's going to be a dimension of 3/4 of an inch by 3.5 inches. So on a molding that's 3 5/8, that's going to give me a little bit shorter of a reveal, which actually I think will look better. And with the time it's going to save me, that's what I'm going to do. So here's the board that I ended up using. That's the full size right there, 3.5 inches. And then I went ahead and rounded the edge that's going to be exposed with a 1/8 inch round over bit. So all I needed was a coat of paint, and then I can put it up on the ceiling.